This is video number 3 for 18-1. We're going to finish up on this problem with Harriet. She financed her cottage of $60,000 for $60,000, but she just had to finance $48,000. What is the savings and interest cost between the 5% and the 6.5% loan? Now you can go back and look at these amounts on the previous slides. The 5% loan versus the 6.5. So I'm going to do the 6.5 one first. 6.5% interest. Now you can kind of take a shortcut on this because we could just do the total amount of the loan that she pays on the loan and subtract it. You would get the same thing, but I just like figuring the total interest so you get very, very familiar with that. So the payment for the 6.5% loan was $324.10 per month. There were 300 payments total for the loan. And so we calculate that and it's $97,230. We're going to subtract out the amount borrowed. And so the interest for this one was $49,230. And then we're going to calculate our 5% total interest. And that payment was $280.60 times 300. So $84,180. Now, just a couple of things. We could actually find the difference in the payment and multiply that by 300, and that would tell us the savings. And so there's different ways to get there, just so you know. And we could also take 97,230 minus 84,180, and we'll get the same answer that we're going to get here in a minute. So I want you to know there are different ways to get there. And this one says, what is the savings and interest? So that's all I'm asking. What's the savings and interest? How you get there could be different, and that's okay because there's valid ways to do this besides the way that I'm showing you. So the interest savings between 6.5% and 5% would be the difference of these two numbers. Which is $13,050. And then I'm going to say this. Other methods. We could take 97,230 and subtract 84,180. And I want you to do this, put this on your calculator and look at it to prove to yourself, hey, this actually does work. If I take the total amount I paid on the loan, I'm going to still get $13,050. And then the other way would be to find the difference between the payments, $324.10 minus $280.60. I don't have this written out on my slide, so I'll have to actually calculate it. We have a difference of $43.50 per month. We're going to multiply that by 300. And we get the same thing, $13,050. And so I really, really would not care which way you did that. Now, obviously, you can see that these other two methods are quicker, especially the payment way, right? Subtract the payment, take that difference times 300, and that's all interest, right? All of that amount is interest that you're paying on the loan. All right, here's our last question for this lesson. You can save a significant amount of mortgage interest paid if you make one additional principal and interest payment a year. This will reduce a 30-year mortgage to by around 6 years. If it also increases your equity in the home faster, I need to fix that. It also increases your equity in the home faster. If you choose to pay one additional mortgage payment a year by paying 1/12 of it each month, make certain to note the extra money is to reduce principal. How much will you pay each month for a mortgage of $175,000 at 3.5% for 20 years? All right, so this is a little bit different here, and we're going to calculate this in just a moment. All right, I was trying to fix the it there. Okay, so first we just have to put this all on our in our chart and on our calculator for 20 years. So that's 20 times 12, 240 payments on a 20-year loan. Our interest rate is 3.5. We're going to divide that by 12.2916. The 6 is repeating. The loan amount is $175,000. Of course, future value is 0 again because this is a loan. All right, so put this all on and compute your payment, and you'll find that your payment is $1,014.93. And then we're going to take that payment. So what they want to know is how much more would you pay on your payment if you wanted to pay 1/12 of that payment amount each month so that you're adding an extra payment per year. So we would take the $1,014.93, divide it by 12, and that would be $84.58. And then we add that to the $1,014.93, and this is the amount we would pay. All right, so I put this on the calculator and figured out how much time would that take off your loan. And I found that it was a little bit more than 2 years. So let's just think about that 2 years of not having to pay the payment at all. And that would be the original payment. Let's just look at just exactly 2 years. It was a little less than two years, or a little more than 2 years. So it was like 17.85 years that you would have left to pay on this loan. And so if we just take 24 months times our original payment, so that's what we're going to look at what we would save if we didn't have to pay that payment for the last 24 months of the loan because we paid it off early. That is $24,358.32, and it would actually be a little bit more than that. That's an approximate savings by just paying an extra $84 per month. So you would save that at the end. Now I know you paid more on the loan. You could look at it that way, of course, but just thoughts. Oh, okay, and then I don't have to pay that at the end. Over the life of the loan with the $84.58 per month, you know, you paid that for quite a few months. It still would save you some money. So you would kind of figure that out. But just wanted to point that out. You would definitely save some interest on that loan. Okay, so we're finished with 18.1. Bye, everyone.